Hey guys, Jessica here. I have some really exciting news to talk to you guys about today. Zina and I are very excited about this. And we're also going to go over some sales that happened over on eBay and on Dibdit while I was away on vacation. I did hold a live auction at my sister's house in Mississippi. So that was a lot of fun. And I also filmed another really fun YouTube video, which I'll tell you about here in a little while. But let's get on over to the big announcement. I received a phone call from Grams and Pops Vintage, Corey. He actually is the one that called me last week on, I believe it was Tuesday, and said, hey, so Teresa and I have been kind of kicking around some ideas. We see, all the live selling and things like that. And we're kind of interested in maybe starting our own marketplace over on District. And we were wondering if you would be interested in that. And come to find out, they had also asked Steve and Donna from Happy Heart Treasures and Alicia the Inked Picker. And we were all kind of a tight-knit group. We all met. Some of us met in Las Vegas a couple of years ago. And then we met Steve and Donna last year at Plains to Profit. And we made a lot of great friends from that event. So we've all been very closely knit over the last year, since Plains to Profit especially. And we all chat back and forth every day with some other friends as well. And so I was like, yeah, this sounds awesome. We're all good friends. We understand how each other resells and how each other does things. So it seems like a good sound idea. So we decided to push on forward with it. And we started chatting and brainstorming and trying to come up with what kind of a marketplace would be beneficial to all of us over on District and that we think would do really well. So we were brainstorming for almost 24 hours before somebody randomly started talking about the Lincoln Dollar auction on Facebook Marketplace that Steve and Donna sell in. And I think Alicia has sold and bought from several times. And the way that it works is they list items on Facebook in this, it's a group, and they can go in and list items and set them for auction for, I believe they do for 24 hours. And then people place bids in the comments, and then whoever wins gets invoiced, and then they come and pick it up the next day. And Steve and Donna, if I'm getting any of this wrong, please feel free to comment in the chat down there and let me know if I missed something. But so that's kind of like the general idea of it. And that got brought up in topic, and somebody said, why don't we do that? Because Zina and I really are like everything sellers, so we want to, we need an outlet for all this stuff that we're getting from storage units and yard sales and the Goodwill bins and things like that. So a dollar auction just seemed like a perfect fit for us. And everybody immediately was like, yes, that's a genius idea. Let's see if we can get approved for a dollar auction marketplace over on District. So Corey really started getting the ball rolling with District and talking to Ivan, who is one of the guys in the back end that I also got to meet last year at Plains to Profit, and started talking to him and trying to figure it out. So District is intended to be mostly niche marketplaces where you sell this sort of item, like a clothing marketplace or a collectibles marketplace, pop culture, things like that, makeup, whatever. There's all sorts of districts over there or marketplaces over there. So if there's something that you are looking for, go over there and search for that. And you can probably find a marketplace that sells exactly what you collect or what you're looking for. So it's a really cool place. So normally they want you to have that really narrowed down niche, but we all wanted that kind of garage sale vibe in a way. So for us, we had to kind of spin it to them as, this will work. It will work. It's something that is available locally and a lot of people love it, but we'd like to make that more of a like all across the US type of thing where you can buy things starting at $1. Every auction in our marketplace is going to start at $1. No sellers are allowed to start anything any higher than $1. There are no reserves. There will be regular auctions, just kind of like what you see on eBay. How someone goes in and lists an auction for X amount of days and you can bid on it up until the last second. And then There will also be, some of us will be doing live auctions. I'll be doing some live auctions for sure. I do believe we're doing a raid train coming up very soon. I will be doing a live auction sometime this week is the plan, and if I get that squared away today before I edit, or when I'm editing, I'll put that on the screen for you guys what the day and time is for that. So I'm really excited to get going on this. So it's called The Dollar Auction. If you go to thedollarauction.com, it will take you straight on over to District. And if you're a new user, you can sign up, create a profile, and then join the marketplace. And then, before you make your first purchase, if you're brand new to District, before you make your first purchase, put in code resell to ride at checkout or wherever you put in your payment information, and that'll give you $5 off of your first purchase. So you do pay whatever the winning bid is, whether it be $1 or $100, if it's something incredible, you know. So whatever your winning bid is, and then whatever the shipping is that is set by the seller. Shipping can vary seller to seller because people live in different parts of the U.S., so it's going to cost differently, of course, to get from A to B. So, but you will be able to see that before you make a purchase. So, yeah, guys, really excited about this. TheDollarAuction.com will take you right there, or you can go over to District and search The Dollar Auction in the search bar, and there's a choice for items, sellers, or market, I believe, and you click on market and it'll take you, should take you there. I will also link it down below in the description. You'll be able to go down there and click on that link and it'll take you straight there as well. And don't forget, guys, code resell to ride. But yeah, so this is all very new. There are a lot of listings, auctions started, and some have been bid on already. A lot of people are over there as buyers, just going over to check it out, joined members. So if you would like to become a seller over there, there is a place where you can apply to be a seller. It'll go through an approval process. I have been on vacation, so I'm not 100% sure. I got to double check with everybody else what exactly we're looking for and things like that. But they are approving people very quickly. They've already approved quite a few. Go check it out, thedollarauction.com. Feel free to ask me questions in the chat or in the comments down below if you have any. I will be keeping you guys updated as things go. I'll be talking about it in videos. You're going to hear me talk about thedollarauction.com all the time, so get ready. But it's going to be fun, guys. I'm really, really excited. So, yeah, I guess let's get on over to what sold while I was gone away from home for 5 days. So I left home on Wednesday morning and I just got back yesterday, which was Sunday. And while my eBay store was in vacation mode, I actually made 9 sales. So I'm not mad at that at all. It's pretty decent for being completely gone for, you know, what was it, like 5 days. So let's go ahead and pull our first order. It's a Thomas the Train. I do believe it's a die cast. And that's going to be over here in SM12 is what we're looking for. There's that puzzle. Finally got that listed. Waiting, hoping it'll sell soon. I think I listed it for $129.99. You guys saw it in that storage unit video recently. We're looking for SM12. Looking for a little Thomas the Train. Oh, he's not in here. I bet he got moved up here. Is that him? Number 4. Yep, that's him. We moved all the trains into SM10 from SM12 to make room for these board game parts and stuff, so I must have missed that one. But there he is. He is die cast. He's got the magnets, and this guy sold for $10.39. Most of the items you're going to see that sold while I was gone sold on sale. I have my store on, I think it's a 20% off sale right now. Like 95% of the store is on sale right now. So go check that out if you're interested. You please do not feel obligated to buy from me, but you might be able to find something over there that's useful or that you may collect, or maybe you can flip it for a profit. Who knows? So our next item's actually right back over there where we just were in SM8. We're looking for a remote. It's a Sony RMT. I think it's a remote for a Blu-ray or something. I should be able, there it is. That is a, yes, BD means Blu-ray normally. It's a Blu-ray remote, just a replacement. A little basic remote sold for $5.59 on sale. So if you guys are interested, my trip to and from Mississippi, I was just look at this. I'm gonna have to be careful here not to get those mixed up. I'm gonna put this one over to the side with the train. So my trip to Mississippi was really fun. When I went down, I decided to go down I-35 into like kind of like north of Dallas and cut across and miss Dallas. Whew, Dallas traffic is something else. And then through Louisiana and into Mississippi. You guys can probably tell I'm still a little bit nasally and stuff. You know, I've had a cold for a couple of weeks now, as well as Zina. Zina seems to be totally fine. She's totally past it at this point. I'm still struggling with it a little bit, but mine is also a combination of allergies. As soon as I got into eastern Texas, the far eastern Texas, and into Louisiana on Wednesday, allergies hit me hard. Everything's blooming down there. It's like full on bloom. It's not, we're starting to bloom here in Oklahoma, but nowhere near as much as there. But I'll throw in a couple of clips here of me having some fun on my trip there. I didn't get much. I was planning to vlog a lot more, but we were just so busy while I was there that I just didn't get around to it. So I'm going to throw in a couple clips here. What's going on, guys? Jessica here. Today is Wednesday, March 12th. As you can tell, I'm still a little nasally. Zina and I both are still a little bit under the weather, but not really. We're kind of like on the tail end of our colds. So I've actually been feeling pretty good today, but somehow I've managed to get congested again. But as you can see, I'm in the car and I have a carload of stuff, including stuff for a Dibdit show right there. So that's going to be coming up here in a little bit this week. I am traveling to Mississippi to do some stuff with family. Zina has stayed home because her dad and stepmom are actually coming into town. They do a big trip every summer in their RV, and they tend to normally stop by and visit us. But I had something that I needed to do with family that's pretty important, so I guess I'm kind of bringing you guys along with me. I'm not sure what all I'll be able to film while I'm out in Mississippi, but surely we will bring you some random videos, or I'll continue to do a little bit of vlogging here and there, but I want to show you where I'm at. Check this out. Buc-ee's! I love Buc-ee's. Yes, I'm one of those people. I always stop at Buc-ee's, and I always stop at In-N-Out. I already stopped and got a burger for lunch from In-N-Out, so I'm going to go inside Buc-ee's and see if I can find me a sweet treat. Let's see, looking for one of my favorite snacks that is not a sweet treat, but I always pick it up when I go to Buc-ee's. Where are they? Alright guys, I'm not finding them yet. What I'm looking for is the barbecue cheese curls. They're my favorite. And all I'm seeing is these hot and spicy and the original, so that's really super lame. I guess maybe they don't make them anymore. That makes me really sad. So as soon as I hit pause on that last little clip, my phone died completely. So I ended up asking an employee if they no longer carry the barbecue cheese curls, and they don't. Made me sad. That's one of my favorite things to get. But I ended up getting some staples, of course. Some beaver nuggets. I love beaver nuggets. Zina does not. Those are the traditional, like, original ones. And then the salted caramel beaver nuts. I like the little bit of extra saltiness to these. I am a salty sweet person. What about you guys? Zina is not. She does not enjoy salty sweet stuff. But anyways, I guess I gotta let my phone charge some. I didn't realize that I ran it completely down while I was driving. I've been listening to podcasts and stuff. So yeah, well guys, I'm gonna get back on the road and I'll see you soon. Alright guys, so don't give me too hard of a time for filming and driving. There's nobody super close to me right now, so everything should be okay. But I just wanted to show you my absolute favorite part of this trip, crossing from Louisiana into Mississippi and crossing the Mississippi River Bridge. Here comes the beginning of it. Oh, somebody's flying past me. That guy is hauling. Look how awesome! I love this bridge. It's so cool. See, I'm gonna not look but point the camera, so I apologize if you're not seeing anything good. I'm gonna hold you guys as close as I can to that window. Yeah, it's not much to see, but still really cool, really awesome bridge. It's so cool in the daylight, but people are starting to catch up to me, so I better let y'all go. See you soon. Once I got to Mississippi, I was just so pooped. It was a very long day. It took me almost 12 hours to get there because I stopped at Buc-ee's. that took me a little while. Buc-ee's always takes a little bit of time. And then when I went to leave Buc-ee's, as you guys saw, my phone had died, and I had to sit there in the parking lot and wait for my phone to charge a little bit. And that way I could put GPS back on and keep on track and not, miss any stops or anything. So, and then of course the Mississippi Bridge. Absolutely love driving over the Mississippi River Bridge. It's so beautiful looking at the river, and the bridge itself is just awesome. So I had to throw in a clip of that. But yeah, like I said, once I got there, it was like full steam ahead. That night went to bed, of course, almost right away. And then the next day it was full steam ahead. My sister and I, what I was there for was, we did a living estate sale, for my dad's estate. He's, in assisted living now. And as far as I can tell, he's really enjoying it. He's made a lot of friends. They get to do, he's really enjoying like arts and crafts every day. They do a lot of fun stuff. So he's made a few friends, and I'm really happy for that for him. But he had a house full of stuff still that he couldn't take with him, of course, because, he's just in a room now. But so he took everything that was really important to him and that he didn't want to let go. And then last year in the fall, I went out to Mississippi, and my sister and I started going through things, sorting things, putting them in whatever room we wanted them to be in for the sale. And then things just kind of got away from us. Neither one of us had time to actually complete the sale or to do the sale at that time. So we planned to do it this spring, and that was what we did this last weekend. So we spent all day Thursday. We were there until like 6 p.m. Organizing, putting price tags on some things, setting up tables and things like that, getting it ready to go so that when we got there, the next morning, all we had to do was unlock the door, put our cash table on the porch, and we were ready to go. So we spent Friday and Saturday were the days of the sale. We got up at 5:30 in the morning both times. I am not used to that. And then we spent the day, all day Friday. We actually had the sale. We were probably there till almost 6 o'clock again. We intended to close at 3, but we kept getting customers, so we just let them come. Friday was a huge success. Saturday, there was really severe weather all over Mississippi, a lot of tornadoes and things like that. Luckily, we didn't have any come near us, so we got lucky, but we had very few customers. We sold as much as we could that day, and we ended up closing early and taking care of some other things, spending time with Dad. So it was a great trip. I had a great time. When I came back home yesterday, I stopped in, I went through Arkansas to come back. I love that trip through Arkansas. It's so beautiful, through like northern Mississippi and into Arkansas. It's all so pretty. So I like to come back that way. Normally I'll stop in Little Rock and go to the Goodwill bins, but I was just so pooped from the weekend that I was like, I'm just going home. So I'm going to insert a picture here, guys. This is my favorite thing to see when I'm going through Arkansas. I actually brought it up. I mentioned it, and my brother-in-law was like, yes, I know exactly what you're talking about. It's a silo with a tree growing through it. It is so cool. So I snapped a quick picture of it as I was driving by it, and thought I would share it with you guys. But yeah, so then also I got you guys a little video clip here of me traveling over the Mississippi Bridge again. It's so much smaller in the Arkansas side, but still really cool. So I snagged you guys that little clip as well. So enough about that, guys. Let's get back to our orders. Order number 3. Like I said, we've got 9 total, which I'm really, really happy about. We're going back to the SMs. Apparently I sold a bunch of small stuff. I gotta do something with this clothing rack. I gotta get that clothing sold. There's some good stuff on there. SM18. Right here, we're looking for Batman. There he is back there in the back. We've got this Batman action figure sold for $7.99. That one may not have been on sale. I'm not sure. My app is not showing me if it was or not. But there you go. $8. And our next order is actually a pair of shoes that I finally listed. You guys know I went to the Goodwill in Yukon, Oklahoma a while back, not long after we had moved here, and I made a video where I found some Hokas and some other boots called Lems, L-E-M-S, and those sold. I just finally got around to listing that stuff right before I went on vacation, and lo and behold, the limbs sold. So those are going to be here in our shoe shelf. It's one of these. I just brought them out here. There we go. There's the Hokas. Those are still listed, haven't sold. Here are the limbs. So these are some like lightweight hiking boots. Apparently they're pretty expensive. Brand new. These are in great condition. They were only worn very little. You can see those logos look pretty good. But yeah, great sale. These sold for $64.99. I believe I paid 8 or 10 for these at Goodwill. So heck of a turnaround, and they sold in under a week. So while we're over here, I'm looking at my sales, and the next like 3 or 4 listings or sales are also coming from right here. That's kind of weird that everything's coming from the same general area when I've got a ton of totes over there full of inventory. But we're looking for Darth Vader in SM8. It's gonna be this one up here. There, I can see him from here. This is a 1977 Kenner Darth Vader. And he sold on sale for $6. That is not the best look there. Him being in that bag makes it tough to show. Sorry, guys. But there he is. Darth Vader sold for $6.39. So our next sale is another Star Wars item. It's actually some Monopoly pieces. Star Wars Monopoly. You guys know I love to list and sell board game parts, because half the time when you find a board game and it's used, it's missing something. So I always just part them out. If they're complete, I'll sell them complete, but if they're missing something, I just part them out. And I make not a ton of money off of them, but it's more than you would make if you sold the game by itself in most cases. So I really enjoy it. It's super simple, easy listing, but it doesn't sell for a ton. Sometimes you get lucky and find a great game that is highly valuable to begin with, so you can make some decent money. It's just good bread and butter stuff for me. And if I just want some quick, easy listing, I'll list board game parts. I have a ton of them around here anyway. So this one is in SM11. We got 2 different kinds in here. It should be these. Yeah, these here. So these are the Star Wars version of hotels and houses. And I actually have 2 bags of them in here. I split them up half and half because not everybody needs an entire replacement set. You know, that way they can just get a few and replace what they're missing. These sold on sale for $2.39. So like I said, not much, but super easy and fast to list. If you have, like I use a template. I made a template just for board game parts, and I can list these really, really fast. So I'm not mad about $2.39. So believe it or not, the next sale is in the exact same drawer as that Star Wars stuff. Right here in SM11. I just didn't notice it. It is a Leonard figure. This guy right here, I've got a few of them in here. He is Shadow Soldier, and he sold for $4.79. So not a lot on that one either, but also super easy to list and ship. So we've got 2 more orders to pull, but before we get to that, I want to let you guys know that while I was in Mississippi, I did do a district auction also. I did a Dibdit Threads auction. This right here, everything in this crate. Please ignore my mess back there. You guys know storage unit stuff over there. This is everything that I sold in that show. It was just a random pop-up. All of a sudden I scheduled it and everything was listed and ready to go in an hour and sold all this stuff. It was a little slow going because it was a pop-up and nobody else was live on Threads that day. So, or at that point they hadn't been that I knew of. So there hadn't been a lot of activity over there, but I popped up and luckily some people came in and bought some cool stuff. Check this out. Michael Kors purse. This one was a hit. Everybody seemed to really like it. It's a really nice little purse. We found that in that last video that you guys just saw of the storage unit. There's a bunch of clothing in here from that storage unit. Some hats we got at the Goodwill bins recently. But yeah, it was an overall success on that auction. Now I also filmed a video while I was there. Gosh, what night was that? The night before I left to come home. That would have been Saturday night. My nephew, my youngest nephew, is really super into Pokemon cards right now. He's loving it. And my sister let me know and said, hey, can you bring a few cards for him? Because she knows that we have a ton of cards. We sell them in our booths. We repackage, cards that have already been opened. We repackage them and sell them in our booth. And it's one of our favorite things to do. And she also knew that we do a ton of opening of Pokemon. We've bought so many Pokemon in the past for our own personal collections. And she knew that I had a lot laying around. So I was like, absolutely, I'm going to bring some for him. The last card opening video that Zina and I did when we did the WNBA cards, I showed some packs of Pokemon cards. Zina and I never opened those. They got set to the side and kind of forgotten. So I was like, I'm taking these with me. So my youngest nephew and I did a Pokemon card opening video. And I know that it's not reselling content. Some of you guys don't care to watch it, but some of you do, and I really appreciate it. He was so excited when he found out. I kept it a secret until the day before we actually filmed the video. And he could not contain himself. He talked about it constantly after that. So we set up cameras and everything in their dining room, and we made a pack opening video together. And let me tell you, he is so cute, guys. He was so excited. And he found some pretty good stuff. So definitely take a look at that video. My sister is setting up a watch party. So that video is going to come out on Saturday, this coming Saturday at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. So she set up a watch party. She's invited all of their family that's there nearby to come and watch with him. And he is so excited. She's making it super special for him. Hey, buddy, I know you're watching. I'm excited to edit that video and see, like, relive the moment because it was so fun. I got to do something that I really love and share that with my little nephew, who of course I really love. And so it was a lot of fun. So make sure you check out that video on Saturday and show him a little love and support. Send him some comments down below. He will eat it up, guys. Oh, and real quick, before we get to the last two orders, I forgot to tell you guys, during the estate sale, my youngest nephew, who I did the Pokemon video with, decided to sell some of his stuff and save some money up he was trying to create some income so that he could buy some golden Pokemon cards. He already has a couple, but he wanted to buy some more. So he went into his room and found a bunch of little small toys and trinkets and things that he thought people would enjoy, and he started pricing them. He had a whole slew of stuff priced up and ready to go. He set up his own little table. He sold waters and he sold little bags of chips. And that kid made out like a bandit. People absolutely loved him. Some people just donated money to his cause, and it was just awesome. So he has made a pretty healthy little amount of money to buy those cards. And then I bought a couple things from him as well. Like this little Kylo Ren. I don't know what he is, but like what he's from, but he's really cool. And then I also bought this. It's like the world's tiniest Grogu. I don't even know if he'll focus. He's so little itty bitty. I think he's a Lego, but very, very cute. And I'm going to put those up here. Please ignore how dirty this window is. I need to scrub it. You can see I've got a whole bunch of little, I know it's like dark because of the light in the background, but all these little trinkets that I put up here. So I'm going to add these to my windowsill display so that I can look at them and remember how much fun I had with my nephew and my sister and everybody else at the sale. All right, so on to that next sale. We've got two left. One of them is right over here, right here in this box. And it's a seatbelt clip, I believe is what they called it. Universal seatbelt clip retainer. So I think it's what keeps your seatbelt. It's one of these. Is that the only one? Yeah. Yeah, it's got to be that one. I'll double check the number. Yep, that's the right one. So it's this little clip that, keeps your seatbelt from going too far up into the roller that retracts it. So there's that. Picked all these up at an estate sale, last year sometime. This is probably it's definitely less than half of what I bought. I bought a whole big box of this type of stuff for like $15 or something. This one sold on sale for $2.39. All right, guys, so on to the last item. This one is the only item out of all 9 that wasn't in that exact same spot. How weird is that? That's very strange to me. So our last item is actually a DVD, and it is in E1, which is going to be down here on the bottom. I put all my media down here because it's heavy, and I don't have to lift it. Oh, gosh, you guys, I just restocked boxes. I went and finally got a bunch of boxes, and they're sticking out a little too far. So we are looking for Circus of the Dead. Let's see. Is that it? I think it has a cardboard sleeve on it. Nope, that's not it. Did it? Oh, maybe it didn't have a cardboard sleeve. I believe it's new, though. There it is. Circus of the Dead. And this DVD sold for $15.19 on sale. So somebody got a good deal there. Sealed. It's not that often that you find DVDs that sell for 15 bucks or more. So I was really happy when I found this one. But interesting one. It looks like it's some sort of a creepy horror movie, but hopefully they'll enjoy it. So there you go, guys. 9 sales from eBay out the door. We've also got to ship all of this as well today from my Dibdit Threads auction. If you guys were wondering, I'm not going to stop selling on Dibdit or Dibdit Threads or Commons anytime soon. It might taper off just a little bit because I'll be putting some more effort into our own marketplace, you know, so I'll be selling over on thedollarauction.com as well. So, but I'm going to continue to sell some on Dibdit and Dibdit Threads. It kind of has its place in my heart, and I got a lot of friends that are selling over there, and love Dave, Carey, and Kevin. They've been great to me. Kevin has been right there by my side, you know, pumping me up, getting me to sell more. So it's been awesome. And I really, really appreciate the opportunity that they gave me to sell on their marketplace. So it's been awesome. The last year selling over there has, especially these last few months, has been amazing. So hopefully I can put that same energy into thedollarauction.com. So, and I will be. Zina and I are really excited about it. So if you guys would go check that out, please go take a look at it. You might find something over there. Like I said, there's a lot of great items already listed. So really, really fun. Very excited. And I should be getting some things listed over there today. And like I said, I'm planning to do a live later this week. And I believe that we are definitely doing some sort of a raid train as well. So you guys will see that. I'll be broadcasting or, you know, multicasting that over to YouTube so that you guys can see it on YouTube. Or if you would, come over and watch it on the dollar auction. And if not, if you can't make it though, you can always rewatch the sale and see how it goes here on YouTube. So yeah, guys, long week. My brain is still kind of mushy from the allergies and the cold finally starting to get to its end, but lots and lots going on. But I appreciate you guys hanging out with me today. Hope to see you over on thedollarauction.com. And yeah, I guess that's it, guys. I'm gonna let you go. Like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Bye, guys.